Live and Local is proudly sponsored by Eels and Tronvold Law Offices, McGrath Family of Dealerships, and Wald Collision Center in Fairfax. This is a presentation of KCRG TV9 Live Events. Join KCRG TV9 in recognizing the hard work all of our graduates have accomplished this year. Congratulations, graduates!
Good afternoon. I am Dan DeVore, principal of Metro High School. Thank you for joining us today to celebrate Metro High School's spring graduation of 2022. I would like to begin by welcoming a couple of influential groups. First and most importantly, parents and guardians. If you're a parent or guardian of one of our graduates, please stand. Your work and support of these students has helped them get this far. In the coming years, they will continue to need your love, your guidance, and your ear. Next, I would like to introduce our school board representatives. Board President, David Tominski. Vice President, Cindy Garlock. And Director, Nancy Humbles. Additionally, members of our central administration, 3 champions of Metro High School. Executive Director of High Schools, Cynthia Phillips. Deputy Superintendent, Nicole Quaker. And Superintendent, Noreen Bush. Thank you for coming to help us recognize these resilient students. Metro staff, thank you. The staff at Metro feeds everything they do through the prism of our students' needs. Although it may be cliche in some areas, the question, will this help students, is consistently at the forefront of our conversations and sometimes our arguments. There are obviously disagreements along the way about what will and what won't help, but ultimately, the focus again is always on how do we help support students to stabilize their own situations if needed, graduate high school, and have a plan for after they cross the stage. Today you will hear about how some of these stories unwinded. You will get a chance to see how much the staff cares about our students. You will see why this work or life that members of Metro staff choose can be so frustrating and heartbreaking and rewarding and hopeful, sometimes all in the course of 3 minutes. Specifically, I would like to highlight 3 particular staff members: Marsha Lone, Gail Rieger, and Ken Thoreau. These 3 teachers are hiding right now, but they're also retiring at the end of the school year. They don't want the focus on them, but it's important to recognize that they have taught at Metro for over 90 years. That is staggering when you consider the lives they have impacted and the stories they could tell. Thank you. Graduates, how are you feeling? What? You're louder than that during passing time. How are you feeling? Everyone else, how do you feel about these graduates? That's it. You're why we're here today. We are excited to share this moment with you. Graduating high school should not be taken for granted. Your journey is specific and meaningful, but today, the result is the same as it is with every other Cedar Rapids High School student walking the stage. You made it. Even though most of you at some point thought, I'm not sure I will ever get there, you're here. Whatever obstacles were in your way, you have proven to yourself and your loved ones and us that you can overcome them. There will be more obstacles. Draw on this memory of what you have accomplished to fuel your belief that you can do it again and will do it again. We can't wait to support you on the rest of your journey and hear your stories about how you continue to grow, continue to learn about yourself, your strengths, and continue to find ways to overcome and find your own version of success. Graduates, congratulations again. Now let's get this party started. Our first graduate I'm excited to announce, Jude Clarenbeek.
Juder, it's been a really awesome getting to know you this school year. We had a lot of fun and laughs during our time together, and because of your work ethic, a lot of learning also took place. You have a lot of great qualities. Just to list a few, you are funny, hardworking, reliable, and kind. You have such a big heart, and you enjoy helping others, and I believe these are your best qualities. One day, I sent Mr. Matthew a heads up that you would be missing class that particular day. He wrote back, "Thanks, Nick." He could have stopped right there, but he went on to say, "I'm glad he is moving on to the next phase of his life, but he will be missed around here. He has been a great addition to class and really enjoyable to work with. You truly are special, Jude. I know that things haven't always been easy for you, but we are extremely proud that you chose to keep your focus and finish strong." Jude wanted me to give a shout out on his behalf to his family and staff for all the love and support you have given him during his school journey. Jude, I know you'll continue to make the world a better place. Keep being you and doing your best every day. Nice job, Jude. Now I have the pleasure to announce that our next graduate will be Ty Frondel. Jude, you can go back there.
Hello, my name is Sarah Sullivan, and I'm joined on stage with our graduate, Ty Frondel. Don't be afraid to get super close, Ty. And Metro staff superwoman, Paula Pino. There's no way to convey the stunningly beautiful and profound metamorphosis Ty underwent during his time at Metro. I will just say this. 4 years ago, no one could have predicted Ty would not only graduate high school, but also complete a Kirkwood course, intro to teaching, of all things, earning an A-, or that he'd be nominated by Metro staff to receive the Rotary Service Above Self recognition, or that he would ever apply for and receive scholarships to further his education. Why? Because Ty professed to hate school. Ty wrote in his My Time at Metro piece, "When I first came to Metro, I was a nervous wreck. However, the staff is so welcoming and kind that, although at first I was hesitant, I started to come out of my protective shell and open myself up." Honestly, Ty didn't need our help over the years as much as he needed our presence and patience. He needed to know he was safe in his vulnerability. Nothing demonstrates this better than Ty's own quote, which became a poster, one that hangs in many of our classrooms. It reads, "Every interaction that I have pushes me further into the good." Again, in Ty's words, "If you knew me, you would know that I care deeply about all those around me, that I would do almost anything to see others succeed and be happy. If you know me, truly, you would know that I'm layered, that all the positives in my life are more slow burning and in the back of my mind, whereas the negatives come fast and hard and occupy most of that space, creating a chaotic whirlwind of emotions and thoughts inside my head, constantly switching from thinking about one thing to another. But one thing is always genuine and for sure, my heart." Ty, you have left an indelible mark on the heart of everyone you've interacted with during your time at Metro. Your care and concern for others is absolutely inspiring, not just to your peers, but also Metro staff. It has been a joy, a privilege, an honor to have walked with you along this part of your journey. Congrats. Our next graduate is Tori Anderson. Ty.
Hello, I'm Tracy Donnells. This is Tori Anderson and Paula Pino. Shut up. No crying on stage. Tori, as I started brainstorming and planning your speech, it was in true Tori fashion. I started one way, went another, and another, and another, then finally decided to just finish it. In all seriousness, though, Tori, you came to Metro in a tough time in your life and the world. Things were constantly changing, and you were trying to find your way. You walked through several paths trying to find that way that fit you while staying committed to yourself and your family and your future. Well, you finally found that very curvy path to get you here today. You have put in some serious work over the last 12 months, finding trust in the Metro staff to help you along the way. Next year, as you transition into a college student, remember, you have the ability to accomplish anything you put your mind to. Do not forget, though, take your time and read the directions the first time. Tori, you are a very caring and nurturing person. You have helped take care of so many people in your short 18 years. These traits will serve you well as you continue your journey into the nursing world. Make sure you take care of yourself along the way and have some fun. Good luck at Kirkwood. Congratulations, Tori. Next graduate, Miranda Trevino. Tori.
Stop it. It's not.
This is Miranda, and standing next to her, she would like to call her Mary Kay. Miranda, you went from the M circle of my Google Meet to the glowing smile in my classroom. Whether in person or on the Google Meet, I always look forward to hearing your friendly and cheerful, "Good morning." Even my daughter, who was 5 at the time, looked forward to checking in with you every morning. She loved to show you our cat and our dog, as well as sometimes tell you a story. She even, every once in a while, got to show your video, so you were no longer an M, but only long enough so we could see your puppers. Miranda, once you made it into the building, you filled every classroom with your smile and pleasantness. During your time at Metro, I've loved watching you grow as a person. You grew through the amazing connections you made with the Metro staff, as well as the friendships that you have made that could last a lifetime. I will miss the random coloring sessions, conversations, and you telling me, "Yes, ma'am," as you left the room as I wished you good day. Miranda, keep smiling as you continue on to your next adventure in life. And please remember, you can do amazing things when you put your mind to it. Finally, yes, ma'am, you did it. Congratulations. Next graduate is Abriella Wilson.
Good afternoon. My name is Jeff Sabin. I'm joined on stage by Abby and her advisor, Mary. The spring semester was the first time I had the privilege of teaching Abby. It was her favorite class, math class, at her favorite time of day, the end of the day. She joined my Kirkwood math class for her final math credit and what ended up being her final credit needed for graduation. Here's just a glimpse of what it was like to have Abby in class. No, not you, not you. Mary's. Okay. Hey, Abby, how are you?
Oh, pretty good, Jeff. What are we doing in class today?
Well, today we're going to be working on... I haven't even said anything yet.
I know, but you had an answer, which means we are doing something.
That was pretty much the way we started every class. Whenever our work did not involve numbers and or words, or both of those things put together, Abby thought class was pretty okay. With that being said, Abby did an excellent job in the Kirkwood class. She has a good head on her shoulders, and she's willing to be pushed. Taking the Kirkwood class in and of itself was a bit of a challenge for her. In fact, after the very first class period, Abby had to be convinced that she should stay in the class. She was willing to drop it on the spot. However, if you were to ask her now, I believe she's proud of the fact that she not only completed the class, but she completed the class very, very well. Abby plans on working for a bit before attending Kirkwood for either a career in criminal justice or potentially social work. Abby, your future is bright. Keep taking advantage of the opportunities placed before you, even if they seem difficult. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Next up, Edward Nyankuru.
I'm also supposed to let graduates know you can use these stairs. It's a little closer. My name is Andrew Trout, and I'm joined on stage by Jeff Sabin and our graduate, Edward. I teach English language learners, or ELL, here at Metro, and I'm here today to talk about Edward. So we all know that last year had many challenges with both the derecho locally and COVID globally. And it's no secret that when school went online, many students really had a hard time with that. Edward is one of those students. And he was trying to do school and also fulfilling family responsibilities. And so Edward came to us at Metro at the beginning of the school year and has done a great job completing work and finishing things, even math classwork right at the end. He completed almost all of his language arts credit this year, which is a lot, because normally it takes 4 years. So, good job. One thing that I've always appreciated about Edward is his quiet leadership. Most teachers who have had Edward would say that he's a quiet young man and a hard worker. He's also a leader among his peers and can often lead others to the right decision. I also appreciate Edward's sense of assuredness. As we've been discussing careers, he shared some options and always believed, yeah, I could do that. Edward is passionate about cars and wants to pursue a career as an auto mechanic. Edward, it's been my great honor to help you get to graduation today, and I hope you keep that self-assuredness moving forward. Congratulations, Edward. Next up is Janvel Sana. I'm still Andrew Trout, and I still teach ELL, and I'm joined on stage this time with Janvel and Paula Pino. I want to share with you about Janvel and her path to graduation. Similar to Edward, when school went online, things got really tough. Janvel has been at Metro for a little over a year. She's done incredible work to get to this graduation stage here this afternoon. Janvel is so determined to achieve her goals that once her eyes are set on graduation, we knew there was no stopping her. For example, Janvel took on additional work to graduate at Metro. She came to us in Q4 of last year, and in that quarter, she earned more than she had earned in that whole past semester at Washington. If you talk to Janvel about school, she will tell you that she doesn't always love school. Well, I have to say that for something you don't love, you're pretty good at it. Janvel's plan is to become a CNA this summer and then continue on to nursing school at Kirkwood. We know that Janvel will work hard to achieve this goal. She will be an excellent nurse to anyone who is lucky enough to have her care for them. Congratulations, Janvel.
Thank you.
Next up is Elena Nagakani. My name is still Andrew Trout, and I'm joined on stage by Jefferson ELL teacher Sarah Colas. Elen came to us at Metro at the beginning of this school year, and I was fortunate enough to know her and say silly things to her that would make her say, "Oh, Mr.," even when we were at Jefferson together. Elen has come so far from where she started. When she first started at Jefferson several years ago, she knew almost no English and truly started with the basics of English. She's grown so much as a person and as a learner. She is a testament to what hard work, dedication, and a positive attitude can accomplish when set to achieving a goal. Elen is always positive, and I'll never forget how this year when we were doing our yearly ELL testing, she said, "Mister, can I say something?" And she went on to give an impromptu speech about how important this test was and how important it was to show your growth and how hard you have been working. And so what kid is that excited about standardized testing? You know, that's so. Thank you, Elen, for your continued dedication. She's also been working and managing a job and school this year. Elen plans to become a physical therapy technician and is planning to start at Kirkwood in the fall. She is by far one of the hardest working students I've ever known. I know you'll get there, and I can't wait to see where life takes you. Next up is Etta Togba. So, still Andrew Trout. This time I'm joined on stage with Suzanne Zahn. I'm delighted to be here to speak about Etta. So Etta came to Metro just in Q3 of this year and has worked very hard to be here on the graduation stage today. I also knew Etta when she was at Jefferson, and I've taught many of her siblings, including Metro graduate Annie Togba from last year. Etta is probably one of the funniest students I know, and one of my favorite memories of Etta is when she first came to Jefferson, she would walk in the hallways so slowly. For Etta, I'm not going to demonstrate here, but she would walk so slow that it would take her so much time to get to the next class. And the most shocking thing about that is that she went on to try out for the track team at Jefferson and was one of the fastest runners. And so I'm convinced that she's been conserving that energy for the right moment to use it. In her short time here at Metro, Etta has worked so incredibly hard in all of her classes and has earned full credit in all of her classes for both Q3 and Q4. I now have come to believe that Etta was saving that energy from her 9th grade year to make it to this point today, to cross that finish line of high school graduation. We're also proud of you, Etta. Etta plans to continue her studies at Kirkwood to study criminal justice and wants to become a police officer. I know you can cross any finish line you set your sights on. Congratulations, Etta. Next up is Eveles Simil. Okay, so I'm joined on stage by Gary Miller for this one. I'm delighted to speak about Eveles today. So Eveles came to Metro Q3 of last year, so has been with us for about a year and a half, and has worked so incredibly hard to be graduating today. While school has not always been easy for Eveles, he has worked hard to be graduating. In addition to studying at Metro, he's worked a full-time job to help support his family, and was working overnight multiple times a week, and then coming to school, and sometimes a little sleepy, but working hard when he was awake, yeah? Sometimes he would come and ask what he missed and work diligently until that classwork was completed. In addition to appreciating his daily fashion choices, I have also grown to appreciate Eveles and some of his perspectives on life. During a recent conversation, Eveles told me that when things get challenging, he never says he can't do something. He said, "I put the word can't in the trash. Anything I want to do, I know I can do it. I just have to work hard and learn." What a great attitude, and I think more people should believe in themselves the way that Eveles believes in himself. Eveles plans to continue to attend to Kirkwood and wants to study wind energy. Eveles, wherever life takes you and whatever you do, I hope you remember to keep putting the word can't in the trash. Congratulations. Thank you. Next up, James Lee Louisma. Still Andrew Trout, still Gary, but I promise this is my last one. I'm honored here to speak about James Lee. James Lee came to Metro Q3, same time as Eveles, Q3 of last year, and has been one of the kindest and most hardworking students we've ever had. James Lee always has a great attitude and is so respectful to both students and teachers here at Metro. He's always engaged in class, and at one point to call him the caught-up kid because he was always caught up on his work. James Lee is kind and friendly to anyone. Even if he was caught up, he always comes on Fridays because it seems like Metro is a hope spot for James Lee. During our recent scholarship and award ceremony, James Lee was one of 2 Metro students who was honored with the American Citizenship Award from the Iowa State Bar Association for demonstrating the characteristics of citizenship. One thing that I'll always remember about James Lee is some of his Bahamian phrases, because he's originally from the Bahamas. My personal favorite is, "My belly be biting, for I'm hungry." And his belly was often biting. If you told James Lee about something he wanted to do, he would always say in a deep voice, "Oh yeah." James Lee has also assured me that he's planning on doing an extra year here at Metro just because he loves being in our building. So we'll see you next year. James Lee plans to keep studying, but to focus on auto repair or maybe pursuing an apprenticeship in one of the trades. I hope you continue to pursue life with the same positive attitude, and I hope life gives you more opportunities to say, oh yeah. Congratulations, James Lee. Next up, Devin Dominic.
Greetings, my name is Ben Sparbo, Devin, and Gary. So last year was weird. So when this school year started, I was more than a little bit anxious. New students were enrolled, and we were back in the building as close to normal as I can remember it being. I vividly remember the first day of classes. I had a new kid in my room before school, and I was chatting him up, trying to contain my nervous energy and failing miserably, trying to remember how to interact with real people in the real world, and in walked Devin, all 6'8" of him, sporting a huge afro, ducking under the door frame, and before I could even stop myself, I said, out loud, mind you, Jesus, that's a full-grown man. Which was, as far as making first impressions go, probably not the best. I mean, I'm used to saying stupid stuff, but that shocked even me. While this inauspicious introduction would have sent most people running for the hills, Devin persisted in attending school. I soon found out he fancied himself a basketball player, and before I knew it, we were spending an hour or so in the gym after school, working on my sketchy one-on-one skills and his sketchy cardio. As the days turned to weeks, turned to months, it was clear that, try as I might, Devin was a far superior athlete, even though I could still outrun him in killers. But because of him, however, I was forced to work on my three-point shot, which Akash probably wishes it wasn't the case. Over the course of the year, Devin showed improvement not only in the gym, but the classroom as well. He went from a chess novice to a really strong player. He could have graduated after the first semester, but wanted to take extra courses to get his academics up and fill out his transcript. We all know that growth comes from overcoming challenges and struggles. It's easy to win when you never face adversity. Devin's pretty private, so I won't go into details, but suffice it to say, not all the lessons he learned in the gym were strictly about making baskets. The obstacles he overcame to make it to the stage are nothing short of incredible and have allowed him growth and maturity. Devin, you know I think basketball is a wonderful activity, but I need you to remember that it's not the end-all. It's a means to an end. It gives you structure and systems to push yourself, but more than that, it teaches patience and hard work and overcoming adversity, and these all apply to life, obviously, making basketball a pretty accurate anodyne for human existence. Every time you get good at one aspect, it just opens up another, tougher area to address. You're never done improving and failing and struggling and improving, but man, never forget it's a game. It's supposed to be fun. You put in a ton of work so you get better, but you can't punish yourself for failing. Life is supposed to be fun. Does it take hard work? Of course, but you can't forget to find enjoyment too. Devin, you've now leveled up your game. You graduated and are now entering the big show. Be prepared to fail but not give up, to occasionally struggle but to never quit. All the hard work you've put in over the years can now be put to real use. Keep your head in the game, work hard, and have fun. I'm very, very proud of you. Max McDowell, please. I had the pleasure of covering a class the other day, and Max was there. I knew he was graduating this semester, and I had a pretty decent feeling that I might be a selection for a speaker, if perhaps not his first choice. And so I took the chance to casually interview Max about what he would like in a speech. I typically don't really consider what a graduate wants to hear. I figure it's my job to tell them what I want them to hear as usual. It's not like they can do anything about it after all. One thing he insisted on was that I make this all about his favorite movie, Star Wars Episode 8, The Last Jedi. I didn't really think this is the thing I could do, however, and instead wanted to highlight the quiet excellence of his time at Metro. There are some kids who never really demand attention or even really seem to want it. They want a relatively quiet place to study and improve and graduate and move on. They have the skills and abilities, but need some time to work on them and apply them and improve them. Academically, Max showed strength and mastery, often pushing himself in classes outside of his comfort zone. Max doesn't speak often, but when he does, it's always on point and reveals an impressive level of intelligence. I asked him once for some feedback on our class, and he told me that some sometimes I kind of tell kids what to say rather than waiting for them to speak for themselves, and that's exactly what I was doing. It was hard for me to hear this criticism, but he was absolutely right. In one sentence, he was able to provide me with necessary feedback that I used to try to be better, and for this I'm grateful. Max requested something about history, and so to close, I want to quote a wise person from a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. Strength, mastery, but weakness, folly, failure also. Yes, failure most of all. The greatest teacher failure is. Max, we are what we grow beyond. That is the true burden of all masters. Max plans on pursuing his education in computer science, and Max, if you approach the next year like you approached this last year, with quiet confidence and unwavering dedication, and with these wise words in mind, you will continue to grow and develop and build on your strengths and learn from your failures, for that is a true path towards towards success. Congratulations. I lost my thread. Gary McClure, thanks, Gary. Gary McClure, please.
Good afternoon. I'm Stacey Mannrich, joined on stage with our graduate, Gary, and our math teacher, Gary. This speech is going to be short and sweet, just like Gary's time at Metro. Plus, he's not one to be in the limelight and would like to get off this stage as quickly as possible. So here we go. Gary came to us from Ankeny High School and was determined to do whatever it took to complete his courses and graduate. Immediately, he proved with his actions that he meant what he said. While he waited to get into orientation, he attended EYI and completed coursework on Edgenuity. Now, he didn't have to do this, but he did it so that he could be standing here today. He could be found in class diligently working, quietly participating, and politely interacting with both students and staff. His positive demeanor often rubbed off on others. Not once did I hear him complain about anything. Gary enjoys taking on challenges and learning new things, this being the reason that he was taking calculus and learning how to play chess. He worked very hard at both, especially trying to beat both Gary and Akash at chess. When not in school, Gary enjoys working on cars. The older, the better. He tackles both the body work and the mechanics. There is no challenge too great. Following these passions, Gary intends to work full-time at NG and then return to schooling for his electrician license. Congratulations, Gary, and good luck. You did it, dude. Shelly VanSickle. I'm joined on stage with our graduate and with Kristen Barber. Serena Williams stated, "A champion is defined not by their wins, but by how they recover when they fall. You, Shelly, are a champion. You picked yourself up and walked into Metro this fall, knowing that you wanted to finish high school. You had a handful of classes to finish. You could have made that last all semester, but instead you buckled down, giving 100% and finished early. I am so proud of you." Shelly is a quiet young lady who is polite to all who she encounters. She often encouraged others to be focused and working just by her actions. I hope that you continue to be the positive role model that I have gotten to know. As you prepare to enter the next phase of your life, whether that be costume, makeup, or culinary, I want you to remember to always give 100%. Know that there will be times when you might fall, but the recovery is the important part. Push yourself to try new things, as it is often at that time when we discover who we really are. And most important, don't worry about failures. Worry about the chances you miss when you don't even try. By Jack Canfield. Congratulations, Shelly. I'm very proud of you and best of luck. Give me a hug, girlfriend. Next up, Kirsten Young. I have not had the opportunity to know Kirsten for very long. She started at Metro this semester with just a handful of classes to be done. She was very focused on completing high school. If she missed a class, she made sure to connect with her teachers and promptly get caught back up. I can't tell you how many times she had to remind me not to worry, that she had everything under control. You were absolutely right. You had it all figured out and are standing here today as a high school graduate. When she first joined Metro, she was quiet and reserved. As days moved along, her comfort level grew. Her personality began to show, and her voice could be heard. I am honored that you let me into your life. From just a small glimpse in your life, there is a quote by Rumi that I want you to think about. Always remember, you are braver than you believe, stronger than you seem, smarter than you think, and twice as beautiful as you'd ever imagined. As you move into the next chapter of your life, never forget how amazing you are. There will be challenges and obstacles you will face, and times you would rather give up, but in those moments, you must remember who you really are. That strong, brave, smart, beautiful, caring, understanding, responsible young lady that I met and have begun to know. I'm proud of you and all you have accomplished thus far. Continue to set goals for yourself and strive to achieve them. No challenge or obstacle is too great for you. I look forward to hearing from you down the road and seeing all that you've accomplished. Congratulations. Next up, Natalie Coleman.
Hello, I am Ashley Stile, the Metro School Resource Officer. It is my honor and pleasure today to speak on behalf of the graduate Natalie Coleman. The first day I met you and my first experience was you charging into my office, very heated, and letting me know you needed me to handle a situation before it escalated further. I didn't know a thing about you yet, and I was already proud of you for seeking out a staff member instead of taking things into your own hands. After that day, we fairly quickly started forming a relationship and building trust with one another. Soon enough, it became a daily event for you to check in with me and let me know what was going on your day, what was happening with your life, and if you needed help with schoolwork or just wanted to eat lunch with me and chit-chat. You went through some difficult situations personally with life and friends, and I was so proud and honored to be the person you chose to come to for support and guidance through it all. I have watched you grow from a high school girl to a mature, hardworking young woman in the short year I have known you, and I am beyond proud of you. You were determined to get your credits and graduate this year, and you fully immersed yourself in school and concentrated on your homework and achieved your goals. You did not let anyone bring you down or make you lose focus of your goals. Even through the hard times, you overcame and persevered, coming out on top. You even finished school a few months early and took the initiative to go out and get a full-time job while also being a full-time mother as well. I am so impressed by you and your work ethic. It is truly amazing to see. I know you have told me that I have made an impact on your life, but I want you to know that you have also made an impact on mine as well. You have shown me that my position as a school resource officer at Metro matters and does positively impact students, and I appreciate you putting your trust in me and giving me a chance. We've shared an incredible amount of laughs, a few cries, and some frustrating moments together. And when I say a lot of laughs, I mean it, because girlfriend, you always crack me up with some story that you have. I want you to know that you always have a special place in my heart, and I want to wish you the absolute best for you and your future. Even though your time at Metro has come to an end, know that I will always be a support in your life if you ever need anything, and you can always visit me at school, just like you already do. I know you will do big things, sweet girl. You have already exceeded my expectations for someone your age. Follow your passion, keep that strong attitude, and stay true to yourself. You are incredible. Congratulations on your graduation, and best wishes on your next adventure. I can't wait to see where this life will take you next. I love you too.
Tavian Nguyen.
Hi everyone, my name is Chris, and I am on stage with Stacey, and we would like to take this time to recognize the graduate Tavian Nguyen. Marv Trachta, a retired Metro teacher, once mentioned one of his favorite quotes to me. He said, "The two most important days in your life are the day you are born and the day you figure out the purpose of why you are born." Tavian, I hope you find your purpose in life through the pursuit of your hopes and dreams. Continue to shape yourself into the person that you wish to be so that you can look back and one day be proud. The days will fly by, years will fly by, and you will question yourself about what you did right and what you could have done better at. So make a plan. Tavian, the other day, you and I were looking at pictures above my desk of former Metro graduates, those who have moved on and made a life for themselves. Change can be challenging and exciting at the same time. A new beginning and chapter has started. Continue to direct your enthusiasm and your love of knowledge and reading towards the pursuits that you have your eye on. Do your best in choosing opportunities that will present themselves through hard work. Tavian, it is my hope that one day I look up from my desk to see your picture in the mix too, and be reminded of the young man that I see you as today and the man that you have yet to become. I'm proud of you. I'm thrilled of how much you have grown over the past 3 years. Right now, you have the ambition to get started and have already taken the next steps. I wish you the best as you pursue a degree in business. Congratulations, Tavian, and may you find your purpose that leads you to happiness. Congratulations. Next up, Elena Hanish.
Good afternoon. My name is Mary. I'm joined on stage with Chris, and we are here to celebrate the graduate, Elena. Elena became a Metro Phoenix back in January, so she's not been with us long, but she certainly grew very dear to me in a short period of time. Over cups of coffee in the morning, we got to know each other, and I began to see how incredibly talented she is, with so much to offer the world. She can sing, dance, and create, as well as engage thoughtfully in her classes. And when it comes to her career interests after high school, they are as eclectic as a mixtape. From realty to interior design to car detailing, it seems she wants to do it all. It reminds me of a little kid who's asked, "What do you want to be when you grow up?" And they say, "An astronaut, an actor, and a dog walker." Most recently, Elena was planning to pursue a plumber's and pipe fitter's apprenticeship. I remember recently you picked up the Chinese tranquility ball set that I have on my desk that people often twirl in one hand as a way to quiet their thoughts and calm themselves. On each one there is a yin-yang symbol. Yin-yang is an ancient Chinese symbol of harmony and balance, and together they represent the two complementary forces that make up all aspects and phenomena of life. Dark and light, they work together to create harmony. I think you gravitated to this symbol for a reason, because you're seeking that inner balance and peace, and I want to tell you to keep seeking. You have so much ahead of you and such a bright light inside guiding you forward. With your amazing family by your side, you will never be without fellow travelers. Congratulations. Olivia Bathhurst. I'm joined on stage by Glenn Varner, and we are here to celebrate the graduate Olivia Bathhurst. I met Olivia in the context of talking about books and later had her in class where we continued to discuss books and life, and she always wrote her thoughts so beautifully. I still remember some of her journal reflections on various topics. Once she described her favorite peaceful place in such detail, it felt like a mini meditation. And when Glenn and I were discussing Olivia's strengths, we talked about her clear focus on learning, and not just learning for learning's sake, but a natural curiosity and genuine desire to fully understand what she's learning. She showed such engagement, intelligence, and thoughtfulness in classes, and though she may have started out more quiet and reserved, as she felt more comfortable, she started to share more of her thoughts out loud, so all could benefit from what she had to say. Speaking of strengths, I would be remiss if I didn't mention Olivia's uniquely cool singing voice with a Billie Eilish, Melanie Martinez vibe. Earlier this month, Metro Theater and Music hosted an open mic event at CSPS, and Olivia sang 3 songs with such range and feeling and artistry. You could hear a pin drop in the auditorium because everyone was listening so intently to her performance. Olivia, you have so many talents and paths you could take. Currently, you're interested in pursuing media studies in college. Wherever you find yourself, even if it's right in the middle of some Robert Frost, 2 roads diverge yellow woods, you will no doubt choose the path less traveled by, and singing all the way. And that, as the poem goes, will make all the difference. Congratulations. Aria Forbes, please.
Hello again, I'm Tracy, if you happen to forget, and this is Aria and Mary Kay yet again. Hello, Mary. Aria, who would have thought 5 years when we parted ways at Harding Middle School, we would have been reunited again at Metro? It's been a pleasure being your advisor. Your time at Metro was a quick year, but man, was it impressive. I told you that you could graduate early or gave you options about maybe doing part-time Kirkwood, part-time Metro. You thought about it. I was meaning you could graduate early like January, and then you took it to a whole new level and decided that this May was gonna be a much better idea. We made a plan and you crushed it. You put your head down and immediately got to work. After about 2 quarters of finally picking your head up, you took a breath and you showed us your work ethic, but then you started to share with us your personality. Aria, it was great to see your friendships that grew through the students, as well as trusting and joking around with staff. Aria, you have a big and caring heart. The biggest of your heart came out with the stories of your family, especially your baby sister. You also showed me so much care when you checked in on me daily while I was gone recovering for surgery, and I really appreciated it. Also because you let me know what was going on in my room while I was gone. With your work ethic and heart, you will find great success in the cosmetology world. Congratulations, Aria, and good luck with Capri. Next up is Cody. Is that right?
I'm joined on stage by Gary Miller, and we are here to celebrate the graduate Cody Schnell. Cody has this light in him, in his smile, in his spirit, in his entire presence, and that light radiates to others and makes them happier just to be around him. That is such a beautiful quality to have, and one of the highest compliments I can give someone, actually. Cody has light, intelligence, work ethic, and genuine kindness. He has been an absolute pleasure to have in classes, and he is definitely one we will miss in our hallways. One thing that stands out in particular about Cody is his loyalty, especially how he goes above and beyond for those he cares about. He has a big heart, is compassionate, intuitive, and has a high emotional intelligence. These qualities and skills will take him far in any realm he finds himself in. Recently, Cody completed some final credits with me doing some creative writing, and I'd like to share a few lines from a piece he wrote, Where I Come From poem. I am from Paducah in the state of fried chicken. I am from a long line of farmers where animals talk all day. I am from a small town in the cornfields of Iowa. I am from a belief that I'm an achiever accomplishing goals far beyond my dreams. Cody, I share these lines you wrote to remind you of where you have come from and where you're going. You have so much ahead, and in some ways, you may have even surprised yourself in all you've been able to accomplish during your time at Metro. Currently, Cody is interested in customer service or would like to work in a bank. Whatever you choose, know that we are so proud of the young man you are. Congratulations. Chris Mundorf, please.
Thank you. You nervous?
A little bit.
It's okay. Good afternoon. My name is Melinda. Gary and I are joined with the graduate, Chris. Chris has been enrolled at Metro for about 3 years. We've worked closely together as a student and a teacher and as advisor and advisee. I feel like I know a lot about Chris. First, he's curious and inquisitive. He's willing to learn new things. He was often playing chess in Gary's room. He loves being around people. He loves trivia and learning facts about everything going on in life. So Chris, here is your graduation day trivia. Did you know the word graduation means successful completion of a course of study? Did you know moving your tassel from right to left symbolizes the transition from being a student to a graduate? And did you know there are over 3 million high school students that will graduate in the United States this year alone, and you're one of them? So my advice to you, and Gary would say the same thing, is number 1, take care of yourself. Number 2, listen to that little voice in your head. That voice will help you make good choices. Number 3, seek out adults whom you trust and follow their advice. Number 4, don't be afraid to try out different careers and change paths if a career doesn't match your interests. Metro staff is always available to assist you with college and career planning. Congratulations, we are very proud of you.
Thank you. I'm gonna miss you.
Here you go, you get to keep this.
Congratulations.
Our next graduate is Kiana Rivera. Gary and I are thrilled to be up here to celebrate Kiana's graduation. So Kiana enrolled at Metro in November. Previously, she lived in New York and made the move to Iowa. Although she was only with us this past year, we are happy she moved to Cedar Rapids and she's part of our Metro family. She set a goal in November that she wanted to finish her diploma by May. We made a plan to complete her needed credits. She worked hard in classes, asked questions, and completed work. She checked in with Metro staff regularly on all her assignments and her credits. Kiana often shared her favorite things about New York. She loved the food, the music, the art, riding the subway, and all the shops. I believe Kiana is planning to stay in Iowa, and I would encourage her to infuse her love of New York in her daily life here. Even though she can't ride the subway in Iowa, she can enjoy our sunsets, the friendly people, and share her love of art and music. New York Kiana, that's what we call her at Metro, New York Kiana, we are so happy you made your home at Metro. Everywhere you go, you make the world a brighter place. Your creativity, your people skills, and passion for improving your community are strengths that are needed in this world. Remember, we are always available to assist you in whatever path you follow. Congratulations, and I'm proud of everything you accomplished this past year. I'm so proud. Thank you so much. I'm so glad you came to Metro. Our next graduate is Jeremy Chiafas. You ready for me? See if Jeremy's ready. Is that crazy? Are you ready? Yeah. Oops, sorry. Hey, so proud of you. Thank you. Glad you're up here. Pam and I are here to celebrate Jeremy. Jeremy has been a Metro student for the past 3 years. I would say his time at Metro is similar to a car race. Imagine it's the beginning of the race. Jeremy is driving his dream car. It's a Dodge Demon. The green flag is waving, and Jeremy's going to class and earning credits. Uh-oh, here comes the yellow flag. There must be some hazardous conditions. Slow down, take a breath, we better take a lap. Okay? Now we better make it a pit stop. Change out our tires, we're gonna refuel, talk through what's going on. Up, now the green flag is waving again, Jeremy. You're going to class and earning credit. All through high school, Jeremy was in his car race. The yellow flag came up several times. Each time Jeremy took laps, talked through what's going on, and refueled. Sometimes his pit stops were short, sometimes they're a little longer, but that's okay. The next day, the green flag was always waving, he was driving and earning credit. Jeremy never crashed and hit the wall. His phone might have, but he did not. He never quit the race. In March of this year, the white flag was waving. Jeremy had 1 lap remaining. Only a few credits left to earn, and he was racing at top speed. Today, Jeremy, it's the checkered flag. It's waving. The race is over, and you have won. Congratulations on earning your diploma. Pam and I have some racing and life advice for you. Number 1, keep taking those breaths. Keep doing those laps. Number 2, don't ever give up. Finish that race. Number 3, remember all the positives in your life. Number 4, reach out to people if you need help. There is always a pit crew ready to help you. I'm so proud of you. Congratulations. We love you so much. You get to keep this. And this. Olivia Williams. Here, you need to take that. I don't want it anymore. Get stuff out of my way. Oh. Olivia Williams and Pamela Amalia. Oh, Olivia. What do I say about Olivia? We've only known each other for about 5 months, and oh boy, were they interesting, inappropriate, and hilarious. Sometimes I felt like your school mom, bringing you stuff you leave behind, or your sister giving you advice about random stuff, and occasionally actually your math teacher. Your comments and stories were about to kill me, so good thing you made it today.
Seriously, like TMI stands for Olivia Williams. That's all you need to know. You had us shaking our heads, rolling on the floor, laughing, and plugging in our ears on a daily basis. Even though you were such a goofball, you were always a pleasure to be around. I do appreciate the encouragement or bossiness you gave to other students to get on your credit earning level. The best part was when you would take their phone because they weren't working hard enough. Like you've never been distracted by your phone, people in the library, boys, or, you know, the air. Really though, Olivia, the work you put in was impressive, especially the courage and confidence you showed participating and presenting in classes. We will miss that big glowing smile, your infectious laugh, and yes, even your stories that made me plug my ears and hum out loud. Follow your dreams of owning your own business and moving, even if you really think you need to move to Arizona. But we're proud of you. Congratulations. Next up is Caden.
I'm coming.
Pam and I are joined on the stage with Caden. This young man is charismatic, social, polite, honest, vocal, and full of life. He started at Metro not that long ago with just a little bit left to finish high school. Many students start out sitting back and observing their surroundings. Not Caden. He jumped right in, joining in conversations and joking around. Immediately, he could be spotted interacting energetically with other students in the hall, laughing and smiling. Caden is always in a good mood and polite to every adult and student. Each day he was at school, he made sure to check in and check out, always with pleasant greetings and well wishes. What I loved most is that he wasn't just saying it, he genuinely meant it. There are many things that I appreciate about Caden besides being genuine and polite. He came into Metro with a future plan in place. That is typically one of the first things I ask my advisees who are close to graduating, so that way we can make sure to get them on the path to life after high school. Caden informed me that he's hired at Hupp Electric and Motors and is waiting to graduate to begin full-time. He has both short and long-term goals set for himself to work, save, purchase a truck and a home. And he just informed me today he's already purchased the truck. He would like to use that home as a rental property down the road. I appreciate that it is not just a lofty goal that he has set with no thought into making it reality. Instead, he has thought it through and is able to provide details and backup plans in the event of obstacles. More than anything, I admire Caden for his willingness to speak up and his honesty. If he hears someone speaking misinformation, he'll chime in. If he is asked for his opinion, he'll give it, and he'll back it up with examples and evidence, even if it isn't the most popular view. The conversations we have had around government, laws, policies, man, they've been fascinating. Caden, you have a true love for life and recognize how important it is to stop and enjoy it along the way. Continue to balance work and play. Enjoy the river and fishing while making sure your responsibilities are being met and good choices are made. Congratulations and best of luck. Our next graduate, Christina Sena. Christina is one of the quietest and sweetest advisees I have ever had. She would come into my room every morning for 0-hour advisory time and not say a peep. When I engaged in conversation, she would respond, but in such a quiet voice that I'd need my ear almost to her mouth. Even when she giggles, she will be seen covering her mouth, trying to hide it. It is when she is with family that I have witnessed a louder side. Family is very important to Christina. She will drop everything to be there to support and help them. Graduating high school was extremely important as well. Christina is the first in her family to graduate high school. She always recognized how hard her family had to work and decided she wanted better for herself. I truly admire this about her and know that her family does as well. Her family is where her passion for construction began. Yes, I said construction. This small, quiet young lady can also be a force to reckon with when it comes to her passion. She grew up helping Grandpa build things and decided that's what she wanted to do. She enrolled in woodshop class in our STEAM Academy. She has thrived in both environments. In fact, her ability to organize, plan, and carry out projects with a group resulted in our woodshop teachers strongly encouraging Christina to pursue the construction management program at UNI. Christina plans to end up at UNI, but not yet. She wants to start at Kirkwood first. I know that she will be successful and down the road become the first in her family to also complete college. I am so proud of all of your hard work, motivation, drive to pursue your passion, especially a passion that you will be the minority in. You are such a strong, quiet leader that through these actions, you are opening doors for so many other young ladies to follow in your footsteps. I just hope that you will remain strong and focused, even if you encounter resistance from others. Never, ever stop following in your dreams. Congratulations, Christina, and best of luck. Next up, Jamar Taylor.
Hi, I'm Tara, and I'm joined on the stage with our graduate Jamar and Stacey. Have you ever heard the saying, slow and steady wins the race? Or, it's better to go slow in the right direction than fast in the wrong direction? Jamar, these sayings fit your slow, steady, deliberate finish of high school. There were times I would ask Stacey, did Jamar show up today to work? And she would reply, no, and we're getting close on time. I think about the steady stream of text messages sent to you as a means to remind you that you were in a race to graduate. Yet, then I think about all you have accomplished during that leisurely pace. During that slow, steady race, you gained experience in robotics, showed that you can not only run a CNC, but also program it, and tried something new with a Kirkwood class. You took Project Lead the Way classes and finished your last semester with an internship at Collins Aerospace, working in their software library department. You did all this while working as well. Looking at these accomplishments, maybe slowly is not the best word to use, but deliberately or with purpose are better options. Because of your willingness to explore your options, try new things, and step outside of your comfort zone, you are able to see a deliberate, clear path ahead into your future. Jamar plans on starting training at Delta V Code School to complete an intense DevOps program. This program prepares individuals for high-demand careers as help desk technicians and network systems administration. He will continue his training through Delta V with hopes to apply for jobs at places like Collins Aerospace and Great America, so he can continue his steady pace of learning and gaining experience in the IT world. Jamar, your goals are clear. Your path is set. Your pace is deliberate. And in the words of your mom, whatever you do in this world, be the best at it. Congratulations. Our next graduate is Rihanna Cook.
To say to me.
Rihanna and I are joined on stage with Trevor Templeman. Rihanna has grown up at Metro. She started as a feisty, ornery 9th grader and is finishing as a mature, responsible mother. In the beginning, I was not Rihanna's advisor, but I knew of her because she was such a little stinker. When her advisor left and I was asked to step in, I was excited to do so. This is when I got to know the real Rihanna. I gradually watched as she grew up. In school, she bought into Metro's expectations. She realized that we were here to help and support her, and she turned to us when she needed to, by getting math help from Gary, government help from Trevor, problem solving with Tim, and rides home from me. She improved by physically being in class, participating, and completing assignments. As she saw the positive results of her actions, this encouraged her to continue improving. Now, don't get me wrong, she still had her typical teenage moments, but things were much better. Outside of school, I watched her battle with figuring out who she was and making the right decisions. There were some very difficult moments that Rihanna didn't like at the time, but are part of her story and have shaped her into the young lady she is today. Another milestone that will continue to shape Rihanna is the birth of her sweet baby boy Artist at the end of March. What I absolutely appreciate about Rihanna is her strong-willed, expressive, lively, and confident personality. She often has a pep to her step, a smile on her face, and is talking to everyone around her. She is typically a pleasure to be around, unless you've made her mad, and then watch out. Rihanna knows what she wants and has no problem expressing it and advocating for herself. Going forward, Rihanna, she knows that she wants to attend Kirkwood when the time is right. Rihanna, promise me you will continue to grow and learn in all aspects of your life. Just as Sophia Loren said, when you are a mother, you are never really alone in your thoughts. A mother always has to think twice, once for herself and once for her child. It is not about just you and
I love you too. I'm glad that I like you.
Next up, Logan Knutson.
Good job. My name is Trevor Templeman, instructional coach at Metro High School, and I'm up here with Stacey Mannrich to commend Logan Knutson. Congratulations, Logan, and to all of today's graduates. Logan might be the most successful high school student in the history of high school students. She's earned a handful of scholarships, has already done a year of college, and right now she's a CNA. So when Stacey passes out, she can revive her. After she does that, she's going to continue at Kirkwood to earn her RN and help a lifetime of people. Today was inevitable for Logan. But that does not diminish a bit of the work, effort, and tears. As I reread her biography this week, Logan knew she would stand on this stage, hear a speech, and move on with her life. What we did not know all those years ago was how far her strength, tenacity, and stubborn willfulness would propel her. These traits do not and are not easily betrayed by Logan's quiet and calm demeanor. The world should not underestimate or misunderstand the intentionality of Logan. During our first meeting in advisor group, she was appropriately cagey. I had to work to build trust, but the reward was great. I know Logan as funny, reflective, and honest, even if only under her breath. Thank you for trusting me and us. I charge you, Logan, to reflect on this success. I am beginning to think that too much reflection keeps a person from looking forward, but always looking back. Logan has been a reminder to push, fight, and aggravate for progress. I hope to grow and be more like that. There's a middle ground where you can see the path in front of you and appreciate how far you've come. Very best of luck, Logan. Congratulations. Let's see. Gracie McPherson.
Good afternoon. I'm Suzanne, Gracie's advisor and her former 8th grade teacher from back in our days at McKinley Middle School. We're joined by Trevor, one of few people who can get away with giving Gracie a hard time. Gracie's very worried I'm going to make her cry with my words about her, but I'm going to change things up a bit and actually use her words. She recently wrote a reflection on her time at Metro, and she said, "You might ask me what I have learned in all these years. Well, I've learned that I am capable of writing and making my own history. Also that I am capable of starting from step one again. I think if I could tell Metro 2 things, I would tell them thank you for not letting me give up, and to keep pushing students to their real potential. Keep giving kids their own light to shine and to improve themselves." She went on to add, "I really hope staff members remember me as the person who almost gave up but came back stronger than ever. The person who is going to achieve something in life. I also hope they remember me as a joker and a happy and fearless person who achieved my diploma." Gracie, we will remember you as all of those things. In addition to being exceptionally resilient, generous, and caring. You have a habit of putting everyone else's needs ahead of your own, and life, as you know all too well, can be exhausting. So it's okay to put yourself first and your future, okay? Whatever it may bring. So go out and meet that future with your beautiful son Adonis, and we are all very proud of you. Congratulations. Our next graduate is Cadence Miller.
Okay, so bear with me here and pretend this is like a movie awards ceremony or something, and we just won the Cadence Leonard Miller Graduation Award. Oh, wow, thanks everyone, what a surprise. My name is Ben, and it's my honor to be here to accept the Cadence Miller Graduation Award. When we first started working on the Cadence Miller graduation, I never really saw us actually winning. Sure, we had hopes that we were doing something special, but you can't ever really tell how a project's gonna turn out. And this one here, well, it took a whole lot of focused work and determination to get it done. It was one of the most personally satisfying projects I've been a part of, and to see all those weeks and months come together with this award tonight is just amazing. But before I take all the credit, I have to thank some people who really helped make this award possible. The person most responsible for being here is Cadence herself. Cadence stopped me in the halls way back in December and told me in no uncertain terms, we were winning this award, I better get her speech ready, and it better be good. This was on brand, since for about the second month she was a student, she consistently and repeatedly and forcefully told me what she was going to do. And if I'm being honest, Cadence probably should have written her own speech and saved me the pressure. She just never really seemed to need me as an advisor. From the minute she walked in, I remember her being about nothing but business. Quiet at first, but diligent in her work and focused on her goals. Over time, her personality began to show through, and then things got a whole lot more fun. Because while she started quiet, once she started talking, she can be a firecracker. Adulting is hard, and parenting an even greater challenge, and many people on this staff have stepped up and supported her in her journey, and we owe a huge thank to Jolyn especially for being a central piece of this effort. While I never doubted Cadence's chances for success, Jolyn was able to provide support that I wasn't even aware were needed. Without her guidance and assistance, this project would have been a lot tougher to complete. Last but not least, we'd like to thank her son. To say that Cadence has embraced the joys and struggles of parenting with grace and maturity is an understatement. I remember one day watching her lug in car seat, diaper bag, backpack with a child on her hip, and had not so fond memories of those struggles myself. When I offered her help, she stated with total confidence, "I got this." And just like usual, she told me how it was, and she was right. The Cadence Miller graduation project began 3 years ago, and despite all challenges you face, Cadence, you earned this graduation award through your consistent, focused hard work and determination, and I know you will continue with these qualities for the rest of your life. I cannot wait to see what you do in the sequel. Congratulations. Daniel Bile, please. So, a lot of you will recognize this. Some kids, when they get to their senior year, they have a habit of procrastinating. Daniel, I'm very happy to report, did not fall into this category, or rather he did, but in a refreshingly new and slightly less stress-inducing manner. This was his first year at Metro, and while it was by no means an easy path, Daniel did so much consistently good work early in the year that I was able to be a lot more lenient with my edge-of-my-seat nerves as graduation deadline loomed. He had some significant challenges to his school year, and I remember vividly his first day back from a prolonged absence when he just sat and laser-focused till he caught up with all the work in a remarkable blend of quality and quantity. This kid doesn't just turn in hot garbage hoping it will slide past. He puts his full effort into everything he does, and it shows. His ideas are solid, and his expressions are amazing. He was writing a reflection for work experience, and one of the response prompts was about how social media has made us closer to each other, and his response to me was, I don't know, I would argue that it has actually forced us further apart. And I should mention that the class he was taking with me was all about rhetoric and constructing arguments, and that he was the only student I could think of that actually and accurately employed the phrase, I would argue. And with that applied knowledge, he pretty much aced my class. He's just a solid student, and person really, in the final analysis. Still, I must confess that the edge did get a little bit closer than I really wanted it to, but true to his abilities, before things got too dire, Daniel responded to my somewhat frantic texts and got in to finish up his requirements. This shows a level of maturity that I frankly find stunning. He knew full well that because he prioritized school early in the year when other issues became more pressing, he had the ability to refocus. Then as these issues shifted, he reprioritized school again. I think of an image of a juggler, no, better yet, a plate spinner, able to keep track of which plates need attention and attending to them while maintaining a cool, calm demeanor, seemingly forgetting about the plates successfully spinning until they need to be spun, then turning his attention to those plates, and so on. Daniel, the good news is that, while pretty awkwardly expressed, this plate spinning metaphor is pretty analogous for adult life, or at least the adult life that I have found myself living. You handle the business in front of you while never forgetting about the other issues that will need your attention sooner or later. I'm very happy that you shared your abilities with us, and I'm super proud to have had some small hand in your successes. Congratulations. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, congratulations. Loriana Jones, please.
Oh boy.
Hello, I'm Sarah, and I'm joined on stage with our graduate Loriana and Stacey. What to say about my very sassy, very loving Miss Loriana? It was this time last year when Loriana was sitting in the audience, and when she approached me after the ceremony, she belted, "This is going to be me next year, Sarah." And now here we are. When I first met Loriana many moons ago, pre-pandemic, and as a baby student, I immediately felt a strong connection to this young lady. There has never been a conversation where Loriana did not ask how the other was doing or if they needed anything, usually ending it with, "And I miss you, and I can't wait to see you soon." Loriana always greets you with a big smile, and if she doesn't, you know to give her an extra big hug and remind her that we're here to help and we aren't going anywhere. Loriana has always been a hard worker, be it in school or with her jobs. Yet Loriana knew getting to graduation might take a lot of that hard work post-pandemic, and sometimes life can get in the way. We get it. Loriana wanted to be on the stage so bad that she even tried to speed up the process. Unfortunately for her, she had a pretty witty advisor and had wonderful teachers who recognized this and had to swoop in and remind her that she could do this, that we could do this, and we were going to work together. As my grandma always says, life is all about patience and acceptance. You were patient with us, and you accepted your tasks at hand with that beautiful smile, and we have made it. Loriana, you are one of the most capable, determined, and beautiful young ladies I know. You can do hard things, and you can change a room with that smile. You make people feel special, and when things get tough, you're willing to hear what others might need to tell you, and you grow from it. You hold a special place in my heart, and I hope you know that you've earned this today, and we're so very proud of you. Well, I can't help it. Please don't ever lose that sense of compassion and be that beautiful you for all around you. Congratulations, sweetheart.
Thank you.
Next up, Frankie.
Hi, I'm Tara, and I'm joined on stage with our graduate Frankie and Sarah. Cheryl Strayed states that transformation doesn't ask that you stop being you. It demands that you find a way back to the authenticity and strength that's already inside of you. You only have to bloom. Standing before me is Francine, whom I know as Frankie. The challenges you have faced and overcome up to this point in your life are considerable, yet they should not define who you are. You define who you are. You define who you are and who you want to be. Transformation is a process that occurs as you continue to seek and find the balance between your authentic self, your quiet, tenacious strength, and the many challenges you will continue to have in your life. Blooming through adversity creates complex, strong, beautiful flowers who grow from their inner strength. You are a strong, beautiful flower who is constantly seeking balance and understanding about yourself, and because of that, you will thrive. Frankie plans on attending Hawkeye Community College in the fall to major in education. They will continue their education at UNI and eventually become an ELL teacher. And as one of your favorite musicians, Miranda Lambert, says, "Sometimes these wings get a little heavy. I can't stay between the lines, but I'm rocking steady. When I can't fly, I start to fall. But I've got wheels, I'm rolling on." Keep on rolling, Frankie. Congratulations. Justice Johnson. I'm Tara again, and I am joined on the stage with Ken and our graduate, Justice Johnson. I found that every time I asked permission, the answer tended to be no, so I had to make my own yeses. This is a quote by Issa Rae, and I think it fits Justice pretty well. Justice, ever since I have known you, you have created your own path, led with your heart, knocked down barriers with your voice, and pursued your passion in life. You have been persistent and courageous during your time at Metro, from pursuing a job at a care facility, to taking a Kirkwood class, to completing your graduation requirements. Your caring nature, sense of humor, and compassion for others will serve you well when you start your CNA training this fall through Kirkwood's K-PACE program. One of the meanings of your name, Justice, is a concern for peace and genuine respect for people. I want to offer you some other words of encouragement that stem from your name. Just breathe when life doesn't go the way you want it to. You are strong, intelligent, and great at problem solving. Unapologetically, be your bold, vibrant self. Seek out others who support you and have the courage to back you up. Tell people who say you can't where to go politely, because you can and you will. Independently strive for what you want in life and build up your inner strength to break down those barriers. Care for yourself first. Only then can you care for others. And enjoy the journey of life and all the places you will go, the people you will meet, and the experiences you will have. You've graduated. Now, we got to do what we said we were going to. One for you. One for you. Are you ready?
Yeah. Do I have to pull this?
You pull the string. Are you ready? Mm-hmm. Ready, and... Woo!
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Oops.
This is yours.
See you later. We'll figure it out later. Thank you.
Our next graduate is Samantha Taylor.
You're all right. You're good. You're good. My name is Dan Walsh. I'm a facilitator at Metro. Ken's up here with me. And the graduate that I have the honor to introduce to you guys this afternoon, Samantha Taylor. Sam came to Metro during the pandemic. She settled in relatively quickly and could often be found in her advisor's class, forensic science room with Chuck, or hanging in Ken's class during lunch. She earned good credit those first terms, and then summer came and went. With the beginning of the school year came and started, Sam found herself at the point where outside forces were really detracting her from her in-school performance. Good for Sam. There was a program with a creative answer that would fit the situation just perfectly. Sam found a home at Empowering Use of Iowa, or EYI, a new program that was just getting off the ground. EYI was a place where she could be freed from all of those distractions that were keeping her from fulfilling her full potential. Sam, you connected with Sarah there at EYI, and she became a valued adult in your life and a trusted person that you could go to. You could lean on her when things got tough, and over the winter things got tough and there were challenges, but you pushed through all of that, and it helped you get to where you're at today. You worked hard, Sam, really hard. So hard that you're here at the graduation stage, but this is not where things end. You have a full set of open doors in front of you and a lot of people behind you cheering you on, and people that you can use as guides along your path. There will still be challenges from time to time, but you've already come so far. You've learned from every experience that you've encountered, and you can make it through anything. We know that, we saw that, we live that. Congratulations, Sam. You're our newest graduate today.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Who's that? Okay. Next up, Sophia Bell.
Good afternoon. My name is Melinda, and Ken is with me, and we are up here to congratulate Miss Sophia. Sophia has been a Metro student for the past 3 years. I feel like I've known her longer than that because her sister also attended Metro, and I had her sister in classes, and I know her family. There are things, though, that Ken and I know about Sophia that we want to share. And I have a whole long list, so here we go. She always has, let me see. What? Bright nails. Her nails are always done. She's always changing the color of her hair. She has an amazing smile. She's always happy to be at school. She's dependable. She loves Spanish class. She helped out with the Jefferson Show Choir, always had stories from that. She always checked in with all her teachers every morning. She, in class, does her best work. She loved attending the proms that Metro had. And she's a people person. She likes art classes at Metro and even took an art class through Kirkwood, and that led to her doing an internship in interior design, and she's ready to start Kirkwood classes in the fall. Sophia, Ken and I are so proud of you for accomplishing your goal of earning your high school diploma. Ken and I have advice for you, Sophia. Keep setting more goals. Work hard and follow through, and continue to build relationships with your Kirkwood teachers and your co-workers on the job. We are so proud of you. Congratulations, and we have one last thing. Are we ready, Ken?
Yes.
Buenos suerte, which means good luck. Congratulations. Here. Yep. You get to keep this too. Next up, and thank you so much, we love your patience, Jaden Nissen.
I better not make me cry.
No, that is not the goal. Here we go. Good afternoon. I am Paula Pino, and I am very happy to be standing on this stage with our graduate, Jaden, joined on stage by Ken. What an incredible journey this has been. I'm honored to have been a part of your time here at Metro. Jaden, you have put in the hard work to be standing right here on this stage today. Work, as defined by Oxford Dictionary, is to put in a great deal of endurance and effort. Jaden, you have done both of these things that have led you to this great accomplishment and just why we are here today. We both know that the road to today was full of winding, rocky roads. I want you to hold on to this great accomplishment when the road ahead takes a turn. Think back to all the hard work that you've completed, how we broke each job into daily manageable tasks. Continue to set these daily, weekly, and monthly goals. Do not let the hard times break you down. Continue to show those hard times just how tough you are. Jaden, you've expressed an interest in coaching and helping others. You are going to be an outstanding coach. I've witnessed you on many occasions encouraging and coaching others. Keep pouring into other people. Phil Knight says, the best way to reinforce your knowledge of a subject is to share it. Jaden, keep sharing your time and talents with others. You have a light inside of you that needs to be shown and shared. Another favorite quote from Phil Knight states, if you're following your calling, the fatigue will be easier to bear. The disappointments will be fuel, and the highs will be like nothing you've ever felt. I look forward to hearing about where this road ahead takes you. Congratulations. Next up, Sam Jennings.
Hey, Sam. Good afternoon. My name is Ken Thoreau, and this is Ashley, our SRO, and this is Samantha Jennings. We both had the pleasure of working with Sam. Sam did a nice job in class. She had an excellent attendance, and her behavior was awesome. One of Sam's goals was to walk 3,000 steps daily. Well, that gave us time to talk, and we talked about her future. And she said, I don't know if I want to go to college, Ken. But, you know, if I did go to college, I want to go for animals, because I love animals, you know, and I want to learn more about animals. Sam, I want to leave you with a few words that was written by Bruce Wilmer. Shake off your doubts, and then go for it. Check out your options, and then act. Find an approach to your future. Turn your dreams into fact. Congratulations and good luck.
Thank you.
Faith Johnson.
Greetings, my name is Anthony. I'm joined on stage here with Ann, and we are here to honor and celebrate Faith Johnson. Faith joined us in December with just a handful of credits left to graduate. And I thought, selfishly, as her advisor, here we go. We're gonna get this one. Life presented some challenges for Faith, and as of 5 days ago, she still had a handful of credits to go. But to Faith's credit, she showed up every day, she refocused, and she did the work. I asked Faith, I said, hey, is there an inspirational quote or some song lyrics or a favorite memory or your plans after high school that you'd like me to mention in this speech that I'm to give? And I'll never forget, she looked at me and she said, no. But I would like it to be 1,000 minutes long, so buckle up. With not much guidance, I thought, well, I'll talk about her favorite class ever, which was government. Faith really enjoyed learning about the branches of government. It's not a tree. She learned about civic responsibility of every citizen. She learned about what happens when we don't participate and what the world might look like without civic responsibility. She didn't enjoy any of it. But that's just things that I told myself. More importantly, Faith was reflective and intelligent in class. I never had to wonder what Faith was thinking. She always told us, which I valued and appreciated. Faith, I know you feel like you weren't at Metro long enough to get to know enough people or for people to get to know you, but I can tell you firsthand that we are the fortunate ones, those that got to get to know you. Thank you for coming into our lives. Faith, congratulations. Remember to stay focused, do the work, and enjoy the ride. Next up is Maurice Martin.
I'm Heather. You've met Ann, and this is Maurice. Maurice is my advisee.
His brother Marian is Anne's advisee, and because Anne and I share a classroom, aside from a few missed bus rides, we spent every morning with the Martin brothers. They always come in together, Marian first, followed by Maurice, usually with giant hoods over their heads, carrying their breakfast and not really in the space to engage with us or listen to the antics that occur at 7:45 in room 204. But they always tell us good morning and embrace our space together. Every once in a while, Marian would come in and quickly pull the door shut right as Maurice was about to enter, signifying to Anne and I that the brothers were feuding about something. This funny sibling interaction was beautiful and made us giggle and will always be one of the things I remember most about Maurice. Maurice is one of my favorite people. He barely talks to me, but he is absolutely one of my favorite people. He is easygoing and calm. He is kind and polite. He smiles at my ridiculousness and laughs when Anne knocks over chairs or yells good morning. He is hilarious and always has a quiet but witty comment to make when sharing his insight. Maurice, congratulations. I'm so proud of you and will miss your quiet wisdom, your laugh, and your dependable nature. I could always count on you to be here, to be present, and to embrace the chaos. Please continue to show people your personality and humor. You have so much to give the world. And last but not least, be nice to your brother. According to Mark Brown, sometimes being a brother is better than being a superhero. Maurice, I'm pretty sure you're both. Congratulations. Isabel Trask. Sometimes when students come to Metro, they literally stay for years. They are behind in credit or life gets in the way, and it just takes a little longer to get to graduation. And sometimes there are students who come to Metro and we just don't get them long enough. Isabel, you are a student we simply didn't get enough time with. Sweet girl, I wish you would have come to Metro sooner. You have made such a big impact in such a short time with us. Kobe Yamada writes in his book, Maybe, quote, "You are the only one there has ever been and ever will be. You are unique. Just the odds of you being here at this exact place and this exact time are so great and so rare that they will never happen again. This is a story for everything you will do and everything you could be. It's for who you are right now, and it's for all the magical, unbounded potential you hold inside," end quote. Isabel, time has a wonderful way of showing us what really matters. And although our time together was short, you were exactly where you were supposed to be for exactly the right amount of time. Continue to be you, because you are the only one you, and you are amazing. You are gracious, you are smart, and you are hardworking. I appreciate your kindness and your unwavering determination. I am so lucky you found Metro, and I am so lucky you were willing to share a little bit of your time with me. Congratulations. Kenshaw Comer. Kenshaw and you know Ben. Kenshaw, dear, sweet, kind, funny Kenshaw. Dear God, you pushed me to the edge. I mean, my toes were hanging off the edge and one of us was going down if you did not get it together. Melinda asked you the other day at what point you were most stressed, and you said, with that amazing smile on your face, last week, definitely last week. I agree, Kenny, I agree. One of us was going down. As I was preparing your speech, I found all these quotes about facing challenges and not giving up. When there's a hill to climb, don't think waiting will make it smaller, or you may delay, but time will not. But none of them really expressed what I wanted to say to you. And as I was closing in on the final hours before graduation, I found this quote from Najwa Zebian that perfectly encapsulates what I need you to hear me say. These mountains that you are carrying, you were only supposed to climb. Kenshaw, you carry the weight of the world on your shoulders, your sadness, your stress, your memories. My wish for you is that you climb that mountain, sweet boy, don't carry it. Do things for you, be who you want to be. Play video games, write music, be a chef, live in your happy memories. Tell your story. You are good. You are going to be good. You are on your way to even better, I promise. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Good job, Deja Irvin.
Good afternoon. I am Jolynn Swartzendruber, and I'm joined by Metro's art teacher, Kelsey Hammonds. It is our honor and privilege to celebrate Deja Irvin. Deja was one of the first students I met when I began my time at Metro High School in October of 2019. I will never forget how welcoming she was and took a real interest in getting to know me. Her smile lights up the room, and her genuine care for others is a gift. Deja was one of the first reinforcers to me of how special Metro High School truly is. Since that time, I've seen Deja work through challenges, adversity, never giving up on her goal to graduate. Within the last year, she's been working full-time, living independently, and balancing this with school. Deja learned to take on adult responsibilities at an early age, and this will serve her well as she continues her education this fall at Kirkwood College in the field of pharmacy. I can say with full confidence that Deja Irvin is staying on top of her game. And these are the words of Deja's father, Kevin Harris, who was no doubt looking down from the heavens with a full heart and singing the lyrics of their favorite song, Someone You Loved. Be so proud of yourself, Deja, because your Metro family is and always will be onward and upward. Abigail Rasmussen.
There's Habib, Tremaine. There you go. There's your fan club. Abigail. Abs, Gail, one of the other 17 names that we have for you at Metro. You have been an all-in Metro student from day one. You came in, you got involved with everything you could, starting with STEAM. You helped complete projects around Czech Village, around Cedar Rapids, and Metro. You found a great group of friends that partnered with you on some crazy adventures that you always made sure you always came back and told me. I appreciate those. I hope you keep smiling every time you think about the memories of the canoe trip where you and Habib flipped it over. Or then followed the freezing wet trip to the Badlands, or the random fishing adventures to the Cedar with Habib and the twins. And don't forget all the old people that you helped along the way when you were doing Meals on Wheels with Gary. Now, when it comes to your academic adventures at Metro, I found these two office memes. You told me you like The Office. First one, procrastinating, which is more than half of the circle, and distracting others, the remaining part. And then the other one says, me roaming between classes looking for my friends in other classes. Sounds about right. Usually, then she followed herself harassing some LA teachers or history teachers because she was avoiding doing their work. But that's okay. We all love you, Abs. But all kidding aside, Abby, I'm so proud of you for making the choice to come back to Metro, work hard, and graduate from Metro. Abs, you have an honest and welcoming personality that will serve you well as you move towards your next adventure in the Army. You will be greatly missed, especially by Mary Kay, Tony, T-Dog Temple Man, the guys in the back of the building, and of course, the rest of the Metro staff. But especially on Thursdays by Chris. Defer. Abby, be all you can be in the Army, which I know that's not their saying anymore, but whatever. Be safe, we love you, and congratulations. Oh, next up, James Carey.
This is it. It's the last one. Hold on, it's going to be long. My name is Trevor Templeman, instructional coach. This is Gary Miller, and our graduate is James Carrick. Congratulations, James. James plans to attend Hawkeye Community College to study psychology and learn more about the human condition. His own experiences and our society's collective introspection during the pandemic have aroused a curiosity and desire to help people. He will provide a desperately needed service with compassion and understanding. James and I talk, and then sometimes we don't talk. Then we talk again, like an old friend or a favorite novel or a TV show. We just start the conversation from where it was, but it's got a slightly different plot. From video games to robots, back to video games. We talk about life while learning about each other, or learning about life while talking about each other. James grew up at Metro, beginning to hone his beliefs by asking questions and challenging his status quo. It would be unforgivable not to mention how much James has done at and for Metro. He's created robots, erected fake walls, and more importantly, stretched himself in the classroom. It has been a privilege to be one of the sounding boards, along with Gary and others, to talk to James and to help him grow more intellectually curious. I want to leave you with just one more unrequested and likely unwanted story. During the Battle of the Somme, the British troops were struggling to make sense of their place in the world among the carnage of World War I. You were facing struggles and trying to understand yourself and your life and your place in it. During similar struggles, the British soldiers came up with this saying to express their conclusion: we are here because we are here because we are here. These words bring me a lot of comfort because sometimes it's just good to know that we are here. James, you are here, and I am so proud of your accomplishment.
Graduates, please stand up. If you haven't already, go ahead and take that tassel from the right to the left. Board of Directors, Superintendent Bush, the Metro class of 2022 has successfully met all the requirements set forth by the Cedar Rapids Community School District. Congratulations. Go hug someone.
Live and Local is proudly sponsored by Eels and Tronvold Law Offices, McGrath Family of Dealerships, and Walled Collision Center in Fairfax.